Not one, but 2 cars in 1 week were fully abandoned by their owners. They don't even want these cars anymore. Let's get started. I've had this happen a few times in the past, but it's been like once every few years. But in the span of 1 week, we had 2 customers receive their estimates to figure out what's wrong with their car and how much it's going to cost to fix it, and they both said, "You can keep it, Car Wizard. For the bill that I have right now, I don't even want the car back. The title's in the glove box. Goodbye." That's really, really weird to happen 2 times in 1 week. Both of these cars they're okay. They need quite a bit of work because that's why the estimates were what they were. But we're going to show you guys both these cars today and go over the stories behind them. This is really strange, guys. So the first one is a 1992 Saab 9000 CSE. And the paint is in fair shape. The customer advertised it as not having any rust, but we'll show you otherwise here in a little bit. It does have some cool 3-spoke wheels on it. It is kind of hard to see what it was. The emblems have been ripped off. It did have emblems that say Saab and 9000 CSE and all that. It's missing. But like I mentioned, the paint is fair, but there is some serious peeling on some parts of it. Now over here we have a 2011 Chevy Cruze with the 1.8 in it, Ecotech. You guys actually just saw a video on this not too long ago. The paint is decent. And there's an interesting story behind why the hubcaps are missing. But overall, I mean, there's some hail dents and things. The headlights are a little foggy. Let's go ahead and pop the hood on one. And let's go ahead and check the oil on this thing. You remember, it did have oil and coolant mixing. Oil was getting into the coolant. Let's check the oil and make sure it didn't do vice versa. And the oil is clean. It looks very good, and it's on the full mark. What oil, gas, and other fluids you put into your car is very important. Almost as important as what you put into your body. Did you know the simplest thing we put into our body every day can be hurting you more than helping you? Yes, that's water. I've always questioned the water here at the shop. Our shop sink definitely looks like a science experiment, so I never drink any water from here. But the sponsor of today's video, Cove Pure, has totally changed that. It's so easy to set up, no drilling or plumbing. Just plug it in. This water purifier has a powerful 4-stage filtration process that eliminates bacteria, chlorine, pesticides, lead, arsenic, and so much more. Stage 4 then ensures the water's pH is perfectly balanced. You guys know I'm all about testing to make sure I get all the data on cars. Let's do a simple chlorine test. I'm going to add a few drops to this water I just got from the tap and the water I just got from the Cove Pure system. Look here, the water from the tap is turning yellow while the Cove Pure water is nice and clear. And I can easily select what temperature of water I want. If you're tired of bad tasting tap water, you've got to try Cove Pure. All you have to do is go to covepure.com/carwizard to get $200 off. That's a great savings for a lot of peace of mind. Now back to these abandoned cars. This one had a similar situation to the BMW you guys just saw, the 535i, where oil got into the coolant and it contaminated the entire system. Every hose, every heater hose, everything in the cooling system was compromised. You could see oil literally seeping from the rubber in the hoses. It would mean the whole system needed to be flushed, all the hoses replaced, brand new antifreeze, and take care of that oil cooler issue that's underneath the exhaust manifold. We contacted the customer, explained to him what's going on, why he had issues with what he dealt with, and we could be approaching $1,000. We knew it wasn't going to be cheap. The parts alone, all the hoses, antifreeze, and whatever it took to fix the oil cooler could be $400 or $500 just for the parts. Then you got the labor, of course, and sales tax. We were surprised. The customer said, "I'll bring you the title tomorrow." And Crazy D was like, "What do you mean? I mean, we'd like to fix this for you. I mean, if you don't want to fix it, we understand. You can come get your car." He said, "I'm pretty sure I have a bill with diagnosis there." And Crazy D said, "Well, yeah, but it's not $1,000. He said, "I'm done." He says, "I am so done with this car." He says, I know you don't understand. It's kind of strange. He says, "You don't understand what's going on in my life right now." He says, "I'm bringing you the title tomorrow. I want this car to never be seen by my eyes ever again." It's like, okay, bro, okay, you know, we'll take it. That will cancel your bill. And so I now have a 2011 Chevy Cruze with the title. Great. But that's not all. The week hadn't even finished yet, and it happened again. You guys have seen this in the background of multiple videos we've done here just recently. I saw comments of people say, oh, that's a Saab, blah, 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 blah. And I don't think it's a very cool model. Actually, Bill, my friend Bill, who has the Lotus Esprit S4S and the 993 he used to have that he had in here, all the cool cars he brought in, the TR8 that was shocking his balls from the steering column. You guys remember Bill. He's a Saab enthusiast, and he has a friend that is as well. And they were so excited to come see this car. They came up, oh my God, it's a Saab 9000. And when they got here, they saw not only is it not a manual, it's an automatic. It was the CSE model. And I don't understand it, but for whatever reason, they immediately lost all interest. They were like, we're done looking, Car Wizard. Our excitement is over. I was like, okay. Sure. Anyways, they left. I'm not sure why they weren't so happy with it. The customer stated there's no rust on this car and it just needs the issues fixed. It was running terribly. If you give it gas, it will just die every time. Danielson put a ton of time into this car and traced it down to not only is there some bad wiring, but the ECM and software and things going on in the ECM have failed. That's why no matter what fixes you do, it's not going to make it better. The computer has failed. Before we dive into that, I want to open the rear hatch and show you it does have rust, and then we'll open the hood and it has even more rust, which really makes this thing almost valueless. So this is a really cool hatchback. It's very interesting. But Danielson was looking around, you know, and just while he was doing his checks, and he pulled this floor cover up and noticed the springs on this hinge are solid rust. And there's mold growing all on the underside of this. And the entire spare tire area, you could almost put, in some places you could put a screwdriver through. The rust is really, really bad. But wait, there's more. Let's open the hood. Here's our 2.3 liter 16 valve engine. The previous owner or the customer had replaced a ton of parts and things trying to chase the issues and had no luck. It changed nothing. And I just told you guys why. It's possibly water has gotten to the computer and ruined some things. So look at this rust, guys. We've got a piece of tape over it here. Look at that, guys. Let me get the tape out of there. It's a big hole. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna get tetanus. Good thing I got my tetanus shot. Goodness. Watch this this hinge right here, guys. Watch when I move the hood. The whole structure of this car is crumbling. So when we contacted the customer and explained to him, we've got a few hours, several hours in this thing, Danielson really dug deep into this thing to figure out what's going on. We're actually curious if it's a flood car. It's got corrosion everywhere. Let me show you one more place of corrosion and I'll finish my story. We can see this entire header up here is coated in rust, like it's been dipped in salt water. And now I'm going to show you underneath the driver's seats. Right there is rust where it mounts to the floor. The seat cannot go back or forward because the rails are solid rust. After we had found out what's wrong with this car and saw the computer has so much corrosion on it, the circuit board, and probably many other electronic modules are corroded as well. When Danielson found that information out, he started putting two and two together, seeing all this rust, and he's like, Wizard, this car's been underwater. I'm just pretty sure. So we gave him the bad news. He said, how much is it going to cost to at least get it running right? We're like, man, with so much rust damage, corrosion, modules and relay boxes and fuse boxes, this could get $1,000, $2,000. And he did the same thing as the Chevy Cruze owner over there. I'm done. He said, the title's in the glove box. I had anticipated this. He said, sold, the car is yours. And Crazy D was like, well, sold, we don't want to buy it. I actually don't really want your car. He said, well, if the bill can go away, the car is yours. He said, I live quite a ways away. I really don't even want to spend the time to come drive and come get it. Okay, twice in 1 week, we got the 2 words, I'm done. So 2 cars abandoned in 1 week. The customers gave us the titles. They said the 2 words I just said, I'm done. So here I am stuck with these cars. What in the world am I going to do with these things? Both of them need so much work. And will it be worth it when it's done? And I was working today and I was thinking, you know what? I have an idea. Junior Mint, Danielson. So we're going to play draw the shortest straw and see who gets what car. Which one do you want?
Take this one.
You got the Chevy Cruze. Hey, right. Score. Now you have a bunch of work to do. Congratulations.
Yay.
You got a free car. And I guess you get this one, Danielson. The Saab 9000 CSE with full of rust.
You know I diagnosed this car, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we just showed all the problems we found. The rusted hinges, the trunk, everything is bad on it. It's probably been in the ocean.
It definitely looks like it's been in the ocean for sure.
I don't know what in the world you're going to do with that car, but it's yours now.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. I'll definitely take it. I'll figure something out.
Also, check out Danielson's channel. He may be having some surprises for you guys and what he's going to do with this. You'll have to go to his channel to figure out. The link is in the description. At Junior Mint, you've got a lot of hoses and flushing and oil cooler, and you've got plenty of work to do.
Yep.
But hey, free cars.
Free cars. I'll take it.
All right. I'll let you guys head back to your break. This actually happens quite a bit with shops. Fortunately, both of these customers had titles. They had already set up to just say, here, take the car, and we can legally do something with them or fix them or have some kind of a plan going. But I know a few shop owners in the area that the outside of their shop, they have several abandoned, really junky looking cars. And if you go ask the shop owners, like, hey, what are these cars? It's customers that abandoned the car, but not in a good way like these customers did. They just quit calling. You try to call them, they won't answer. Maybe you did a bunch of repairs, they don't have the money, and they just ghost you. What can happen with that situation? What can a shop owner do? After so long, they can do a mechanic's lien on the title of that vehicle. And then there's several procedures depending on what state you live in. But if those procedures are met, then the shop owner can take possession of that car and scrap it, which usually what happens, or part them out or whatever. Sadly, it happens quite a lot to shops. I don't typically do that. I mean, if a customer abandons a car, I'll quickly get it taken care of and get it moved out of here. I don't store cars. You won't find junk laying all around the shop. We don't do that here. But this is a really strange situation. When I got 2 in 1 week, I knew I got to do a video for you guys to show you how crazy this is. And now both of my technicians have a free car, for better or for worse. I don't know if it's good or bad, but they definitely have their work cut out for them now. Of these 2 cars, this Cruze is the most promising. It runs perfectly. It just needs the cooling system gone through, water pump, hoses, fresh coolant, flush, and also the oil cooler situation solved. It'd be likely a good car. And like I mentioned on the wheels, one of the customer stipulations that we get the car for free is he wanted the hubcaps. I have no idea why. But that doesn't affect the drivability of it. It's still a good driving car. We just don't have hubcaps. But once those things are solved, it'll actually be a good, usable car. That's not the case probably on the Saab. Looks like Danielson drew the shortest straw on this one, unfortunately. The parts are expensive. And how far deep are you going to have to go with all this corrosion? No one will know until you tear it all apart. And you could get in through the dash and climate control stuff is all corroded. It could be thousands of dollars. And it's really not worth it. And even if you can get it running right, you guys saw all the rust this thing has. It really probably belongs in a salvage yard. But maybe Danielson has some cool ideas or some things he's going to play around with, practice some engine tuning or something. I don't know. Anyways, it's his baby. At the very least, he could take it to a junkyard and get a few $100. But I think he'll probably have a lot more fun just playing around with it on his channel. So again, definitely wanted to get a video for you guys to see this odd situation I was in and how I solved it and how I handled it. If you're curious what kind of tools are going to be used to work on these two cars or any other cars in the shop, check our Amazon affiliates link in the description below. A lot of the tools we use in the shop are for sale there, and we get a small cut if you purchase anything. We really appreciate it. And make sure to hit the subscribe button because I'm sure there's more crazy stories to come. Thanks for watching.